All right, so this is Wicked for Good. It's directed by John M. Chu. It's the second of the Wicked movies. Wicked Part 1 came out, was that last year, a couple years ago, or something like that? I ended up liking that first movie. I was surprised at how much I liked it. This one I don't like. This movie's actually terrible. I did not like this movie at all. All right, so in this, it's pretty much starting off where the last movie left off. So we got Glinda, played by Ariana Grande. She is in some kind of position in Oz, seems to be working directly for the wizard, and she goes down to talk to the Munchkins in Munchkin Land and stuff like that, just like she did in Wizard of Oz. And in this, we got Elphaba, played by Cynthia Erivo again. She is known as the Wicked Witch now. She's fighting for the animals and trying to expose the wizard as being a fake. She still has that magical book and everything. Doesn't seem like she's doing all that much, but we'll get to that. We'll talk about that. But propaganda against her is the reason why the Munchkins and other people are afraid of her. Have posters of her and things like that. Soldiers of Oz are constantly chasing after her. And then, even though I thought the flying monkeys were with her at the end of the first movie, turns out they're still with the wizard and they're still working for him and they're working as his spy. So she has to avoid them too. So, like I said, I didn't like this movie. But as far as the good things about it, there's some good things and mostly good things that carry over from the first movie. I think the performances are really good. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, Jeff Goldblum is the wizard. Across the board, it's just good. Mainly Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. I think they're really good. As far as the singing is good. It's just that the songs are forgettable mostly. The songs were forget. I couldn't really hum any of these songs other than I like 2 of them. I like the, was it the "No Good Deed Goes Unpunished" is how it was going. I like that song, by the Wicked Witch or by Elphaba. And then there's a song that they have together. "I've Been Changed for Good" is how it was going, towards the end. I really like that song too. So at least I got 2 good songs out of it that I can maybe re-listen to if I want. As far as the overall look of the movie, the production and everything, still really good. I think Oz looks great, cinematography wise and costume design and everything. Um, Still really good, just like the first movie. It has a good look to it. So the main thing that really doesn't work about this movie is the story. That's what it is. There's just not much to this movie. I mean, it starts off with Elphaba doing her little thing where she's fighting for the animals and trying to expose the wizard as a fraud. And they're propagandizing against her. There's posters like, "Oh, the Wicked Witch," and they're all afraid of her in Munchkin Land and stuff like that. She's not really doing much though. She's messing up their work that they're doing. They're using animals to do work, and she messes that up. And then she talks to the animals. The animals are all gathered together. They're trying to leave, and she wants them to stay and fight. And they're like, "Nah, we're out of here." That's about it, really. It's like this is her storyline. This is her thing, right? Is that she wants to expose the wizard and stand up for the animals in Oz. But there's not much. There's really not much to it at all. That's it. There just isn't. So, they have to pad out the runtime seemingly with songs that are forgettable and things like that because there's not much to it. They're not trying to do Wizard of Oz, but from a different perspective. They're not trying to do Wizard of Oz really at all. Really, this is all about, hey, the Wicked Witch is a good person. Now, not the Wicked Witch is more complicated, more sympathetic, has a moral goal the whole time, but is doing the evil things from the that movie going after Dorothy and things like that. No, no, no. They just want to do basically fan fiction of the Wicked Witch being a good person. And Glenda being a fraud as well and not really having magic and things like that. She's the Elphaba, the Wicked Witch is the magical one, and she's the one that's actually trying to do what's right for Oz, but oh, the wizard is the villain. It's so focused on her being a good person. Like the only time she does anything that can be seen as bad is when she's reading from that fucking book from the first movie. She still has that book and she does spells from it. And it seemed like just random stuff is happening. It seemed like she doesn't have any control over it at all, but she starts reading it and certain things will happen, right? Like this is kind of a spoiler. She turned the Tin Man into the Tin Man, right? And then that was forced. And I was like, okay, that didn't really make sense why she would turn him into the Tin Man, but whatever. They do that. And so the Tin Man is like angry in this. And so it's like, okay, he's not the Tin Man from the original movie then at all. So this is not Wizard of Oz at all. But that starts off a trend of the movie straight up not wanting to be Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz is happening kind of in the background. But this story that we're seeing right now is not Wizard of Oz at all. This movie is so hell bent on not being Wizard of Oz, but still having Wizard of Oz happen, just be happening. Right? You know, the forced scarecrow transformation and all that. That was really horrible. And, and this movie just never wants to show Dorothy at all. I don't even know what actress plays Dorothy. You never get to see her other than her shadow or her skipping away. Right, Glinda talks to Dorothy just like in the original Wizard of Oz. When she first gets there, her house crashes, crashes there in Oz. But we don't get to see it. It's after the conversation. She's just going down the road. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, really? You're that hell bent on this not being Wizard of Oz? We can't even see Dorothy? It's like, it's bullshit. It's like, that's a classic movie that actually has a story to it. And we're focused on this bullshit. You're more focused on this forced ass lame ass love triangle between Glinda, Elphaba, and the guy from the first movie that they both liked. What was his name? Fiero or something. You're more focused on that shit. The main conflict that happens with Glinda and Elphaba is because of what's going on with him, right? Who he actually wants to be with, which is clearly Elphaba, and so that causes issues. But I don't give a fuck. I don't care. This movie's just a lot of nothing. The songs are padding it out mostly, and Elphaba's flying around. You know, she cares about the animals, but we're not really focused on that too much. The wizard's the villain, but we're not really doing much with the wizard either, and it's mostly at a certain point just about this shitty ass love triangle, and I don't care about that either, and that leads to the worst stuff with the scarecrow, and especially when you get to the very end, right? We're pretending like we're doing the end of of Wizard of Oz when we're really not, with Dorothy throwing the water on the Wicked Witch and all that, but we're not really interested in that. And then where it fully ends at the end, I'm like, man, fuck you, dude. Like, this is bullshit, man. This is fan fiction. This is bad fan fiction, glorified bad fan fiction. It's so bad that it retroactively makes me not like that first movie. That's it, man. This is lame as fuck, man. I'm giving this trash. I did not like this at all. It was boring the hell out of me, and it was actually pissing me off, right? The Wizard of Oz is a classic. I grew up with that movie. I watched that movie so much when I was a young kid. And to see you just make this lame ass nonsense and be so focused on having Wizard of Oz happen so you can justify the existence of this bullshit, but not want to do anything with it. There's no excuse for you to just be so focused on not showing Dorothy at all. It's like it doesn't fit with Wizard of Oz at all. It doesn't, and that's by design because you don't give a shit about Wizard of Oz. You want to make your own fan fiction about the Wicked Witch. All right, cool. I don't want to see a movie about it. Keep that with you and your personal thing, or keep that on stage with the musical. That's it, man. You're wasting my time with this shit. Wasting everybody's time. But whatever. Like I said, I didn't like this at all. So trash. That's Wicked for good. Subscribe, and we're done.